along with receiving ordination, the special slip that they hand you when you become a rabbi is you're required to make this joke. At this point, everywhere across the world, everyone's making the same joke, so you have to do it. You're not going to like it. It's not funny. But it's a requirement, so every rabbi, and if Rabbi Kahn was up here, he would do it. Everyone has to do it. Did you say yes? Absolutely. You have to do it. It's a requirement.
I would not do that to you people.
You would. And so I have to say, in this week's Torah portion,
I'm closing my ears now.
This is it. It's about baseball because it's the big inning.
And there you have it.
Shuls across the world are groaning with you. Just so you know. I have actually nothing else to tell you. Shabbat Shalom. Oh, just kidding. I have only a 45-minute sermon to provide for you now. Bring back the baseball reference, quickly. So we're in Bereshit. It's the big inning. Thank you very much. And so it's the story of creation, which we love and we know, and it's fabulous, and it's lovely, and it's wonderful. And if you know this text very well, there are two creation stories. There's creation story 1, and there's creation story 2. Good, you're listening. All right, good, excellent. So I'm just making sure that I didn't lose you with the bad joke. All right, so the first creation story is the one where God creates the universe. Day 1, day 2, day 3, all the way through day 6, and then day 7 is the Sabbath, the day of rest. It's the beautiful sort of picturesque vision we all know from childhood, from every book we've seen, from every story we've heard. Each day, God creating with God's voice, with God's self, creating the entire universe day by day. It's lovely and beautiful. The entire universe essentially is created in this first part of the Torah, in the beginning, in Bereshit, in 31 verses. So God creates the universe in 31 verses in the Torah. Everything. From beginning to end, everything that we see and know is in 31 verses. Then we get to the second creation story. The second creation story, if you probably know it also, it is the one regarding the two people, Adam and Good, thank you. Still listening. Excellent. So there's Adam and Eve. So first there's Adam, and then God realizes that Adam needs a partner, and so Eve is created, and thus we have Adam and Eve. And just to start off, this story is much more than 31 verses already. And then we'll know as we go on in the Torah, especially in Genesis, we'll hear the stories of Abraham and of Sarah and eventually of Jacob and Joseph and his brothers and how crazy that is. They're actually the last part of the Torah, 4 Torah portions, has to do with the interaction between Joseph and his brothers. 4 Torah portions. The 31 verses that God uses to create the universe, and we need 4 Torah portions to talk about the life between a couple of brothers. So it's complicated. So tell me what the difference is and why you think the first story is in 31 verses and the second story and pretty much everything after that is not 31 verses. What's the difference, do you think? People are complicated. Could not have said it better myself. Yes, we messed it up. God, in 31 verses, because God was by God's self doing this, it was eloquent and perfect, and everything fell in its place, and everything had a right order to it, and everything was lovely, and then we showed up. And we ruined it. Right from the beginning, we ruined it. And that wasn't a baseball reference. Right from the beginning, we ruined it. Right, so we have the man and the woman, and then we have the snake, and then we have the temptation, and then we have the awakening of the fruit that they eat, and then we have sort of this sort of easy manipulation that happens between Adam and Eve, and then they have kids, and one kills the other one and murders the other one. It's a big mess. It's a huge, enormous mess. 31 verses, so sweet, so nice. so put together, and then we just ruin it with sort of us showing up. This is one view of it. So I want you to keep that in the back of your mind. Now, this afternoon at about 3:30 or so, 40 plus children got onto a chartered bus and drove from our parking lot up to Camp Stein for what's called New Camper Weekend. This is available for any kid who has never been to our summer camp before. This is sort of a faux weekend, feel what camp is like, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. One of the people on the bus is my own child, going up for the first time. Look, don't I look fine? I'm not freaking out. So it's all good. I've been up there. I was joking with some people who were next to me who I knew were not Beth Israel members, and I turned to them and I said, "Do you think this camp is reputable?" The person next to them had to say, "It's the rabbi of this place. It's okay." I was like, "I'm just kidding. It's fine. They'll be fine, I hope." So 40 kids, and I want you to think of, again, of the elegance of the 31 verses, and then think of perhaps what our ballroom looked like with 40 plus new campers running around and sorting of varying ages, varying communities, varying connections to different synagogues, some of them unaffiliated. And every child was different. Some maybe were excited to leave. Some were maybe nervous to leave. There were a couple of people who didn't seem so excited to leave. And then you have the varying campers. So right, you have the happy one, the nervous one. You have the parents who are happy, you have the parents who are nervous, and then because it's a Jewish camp, you have the various allergies we have to check for. It's because it's a Jewish camp, so you have to check for the nut allergies, for the dairy allergies, for the gluten allergies, for the allergies that are just in the air, for the kids who just can't walk around outside, all the stuff, like all the different allergens and the spraying and the thing, and the bag is bigger than the kids of the allergies, medicines, and the thing. Just this sort of disarray of everything that was going on with the thing and checking in the meds and who and how many times and the thing. You're going away for like 30 hours, but you need 63 bags, and I don't know. It was a mess. I will tell you, very small, and but my kid is there, and he is at camp, and it's fabulous. And so there was that mishmash, and then all the kids, by the way, no parents are allowed on the bus, so no parents got on the bus. All the kids got on the bus, and the door shut, and they drove away. And the smiles on the adult faces, thinking, my child is on a bus heading away from me. This is so great. Most of them. And so it was when they drove away, it actually occurred to me, this sort of all came together for me, that the differences and the craziness and the allergies and the thing and the kids who were nervous and the kids who were not nervous and all of the parents and that, all sort of figured itself out. The door closed and our little community is now at camp. No matter the differences, no matter the craziness, no matter if this one has the dairy thing and that one has the gluten thing and that one, they're all at camp. And they're sort of in this perfect little space, and no matter what the differences are, they're all there and it's all good, and it's simplified. When the door shut, it got simplified. The chaos turned to simplification. And that they were a community, and that they are together, and they're up there, and they're having a great time, and it's really phenomenal. And I think that sometimes we lose sight of that. I think that sometimes we get caught up in the crazy and the thing and the and we don't think to shut the door to the bus. Like, it's okay. We can figure out the simplicity. We can figure out the differences on the nervousness and the and the that. But you know what? When we come together as a community and we sort of leave that, we check that at the door, and we transfer the simplicity, and we sort of transfer the two creation stories of the sort of perfect story and the sort of imperfect, messy story, we can find some good balance in all of it. We can find some really, really good Zen, Jewish Zen on this, if that's even a concept that I just created now. And so, borrowing the term, I invite us to not lose the forest for the trees. We're just starting a brand new book of the Torah. We just finished the high holidays. It's all fresh. It's all good. It's all new. It's all fabulous and awesome. And we have this sort of palette that we have prepared for us. We have this creation that's awaiting us as we enter it. And so I invite all of us to reflect on that, reflect on the ability to maybe take the chaos and make it simple. Maybe take the and simplify just a little bit. So I invite all of us to do that. Of course, we can't create the world like God can, but we can find these simple moments in our lives. And so no matter our differences and no matter our craziness, we all can get on that bus together. Shabbat Shalom. Haimoviches, that's hard to say, are on the bima. Julie, Stephanie, I'm calling you Stephanie because it's your name, but I always call her Stefani, but I want you to know her name is actually Stephanie, even though I just want you to know I'm doing that. So are you going to go like in order, or you're both going to come up together? How is it going to go? Okay, Julie first, and then Stephanie, some announcements on behalf of the congregation.
First, I'd like to extend a very hearty mazel tov to the Allen family on Zoe becoming a bat mitzvah tomorrow. You're going to do great. I loved listening to your chanting tonight. Please join us for Chavra Torah study tomorrow morning at 8:45 in the Bendelin Conference Room, followed by services at 10 a.m. The Florence Melton School of Adult Jewish Learning will begin classes on October 14th. Join with inspiring teachers who are members of the Board of Rabbis of Greater Phoenix for meaningful study of Judaism. For more information or to register, please check the CBI website or contact Rabbi Keller. Rabbi Keller will be having his second informational meeting for this summer's congregational trip to Israel on Wednesday, November 4th at 6 p.m. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. I'm here to talk about our biddy event, which is tomorrow night at Cracker Jacks, 6 to 8 p.m., $20.